Hi everyone, I'm Jamie Moynihan. I am the founder of Momentum College Counseling, and I'm excited tonight to talk a little bit about a very powerful tool that is oftentimes misused in the college admission process, and that's AI. So let's get started. Last week, a student asked me a question that I've been hearing more and more lately. And the question is, why should I hire a college counselor when I can just use AI? And honestly, I think it's a fair question. AI tools like ChatGPT and Gemini are everywhere. They're writing essays, generating activity lists, even suggesting colleges. They're powerful and oftentimes they're free, so it's a great tool. But just because a tool can do something doesn't mean that it will do it well. And in the context of college admissions, especially at highly selective schools, using AI the wrong way can backfire big time. I've personally reviewed thousands of applications for universities, including UC Berkeley, and I can spot an AI-written essay from a mile away, sometimes before I even finish the first paragraph. In fact, I've seen formatting, phrasing, and even tone give students away instantly, and it's not a good look. Last year, I read an essay about a student's love for soccer. It had perfect transitions, a dramatic final line, and exactly 5 paragraphs, like it was written straight out of a template. The problem is that every other soccer essay that year felt exactly the same. And as I tested the Common App prompt in an AI tool, and it generated virtually the same essay using a lot of the same verbiage. And that's where I figured out I had to start teaching students how to avoid falling into that trap. The number one mistake I see is students hand AI a prompt like their Common App essay or supplement, and they ask them to write it for them. The problem is that AI writes in a pattern. It uses safe, predictable transitions, and it formats paragraphs in nearly identical ways, and admission officers who have read thousands of essays every year know when something reads like a machine. So here's an example. AI loves to use full circle conclusions and over-polished vocabulary that doesn't match the rest of the student's application. Even if the story's real, it feels inauthentic. Last year, a student came to me with a beautiful, polished draft of their UC personal insight questions, but it sounded nothing like them. They were a funny, sarcastic, and cool person in real life, but their essay read like a formal TED Talk. So when I asked them how they'd written it, they admitted they just used ChatGPT, and that essentially eliminated the tone and voice that made them an interesting applicant. We went back and forth and started from their original stories, like the time they dropped a robotics project in front of a judge, rebuilt the essay so it sounded like him, and within minutes, his authentic personality came through. That's the difference that AI can't replicate. So what's a better approach? Use AI to brainstorm ideas. Have it ask you questions that you wouldn't think of. Use it for structure, inspiration, not for full drafts. Feed it your own words and then have it help you to spot where transitions are inconsistent or examples or you need clarification. Remember that your voice is your authentic storytelling in the thing that admission officers want to hear the most. Another big misstep, students take AI's information at face value. AI is not Google. It doesn't pull live data. It predicts words based on patterns, and sometimes it just makes things up. We call it a hallucination. One of my students wanted to apply to summer research programs in neuroscience this year, and AI gave them a list of 5 programs with application links that all looked great. However, one of the programs had been discontinued 2 years ago, one was for graduate students, and one was located in Canada, not California, like the AI had claimed. Imagine if they had spent weeks preparing the wrong application. This is why I tell students that AI is a partner, not a fact checker. For example, if you're using AI to research summer programs, clubs, or potential majors, it might give you outdated or incomplete information. Always verify directly from the source. This is where critical thinking, one of Momentum's core pillars, comes into play. Don't just ask it, what does AI say? Ask, is this accurate? Does this fit my goals? How does this compare to my other options? This is thinking critically, and that's what colleges are looking for. AI actually can be a fantastic partner for you and for your application if you use it strategically. A student that I'm working with this year is interested in bioengineering, and she asked AI for project ideas. It suggested a generic build a prosthetic arm project, which is actually something that I've seen students do numerous times over the years. Instead, we used it as a starting point, and she combined it with her interest in dance and designed a wearable device to help dancers recover from injuries, maintain balance and posture. That cross-disciplinary leap blended biomechanics with her performing arts interest and made her have an application that is going to be truly unique. Here is how I recommend using AI, especially for students aiming at the top schools. Number 1, brainstorm unique angles for essays. Give AI a list of your experiences and ask, what are the 5 unexpected connections between these activities? That can spark interdisciplinary essay ideas that stand out. Number 2, mapping out your application story. So have AI help outline where your key strengths are academically, extracurriculars, leadership, and where should those appear across your essays, activities, and supplements. Number 3, explore profile building ideas. AI can suggest potential projects, research, or community initiatives, but the thing is, these are often generic. That's where innovation comes in. Take those starter ideas and adapt them into something original that reflects you. Number 4, cross-disciplinary thinking. This is where I think interdisciplinary learning shines. If you are into bioengineering, for example, AI might suggest purely STEM projects, but you could push it further. Combine biotech with public policy or environmental sustainability or art. That's where things get noticed. AI can spark the idea, but you can make it uniquely your own. The bottom line is that AI is a tool, it's not a ticket. Use it to think bigger, get unstuck, and organize your ideas, but don't let it replace your voice, your strategy, and your originality. At Momentum College Counseling, we teach students how to combine AI with the human skills that selective colleges value most: critical thinking, interdisciplinary learning, and innovation. If you want help building a truly standout application and learning how to use AI the right way, join me for a free consultation and I'll help you to make AI your assistant, not your replacement. Thanks so much for joining tonight. I appreciate your time and I look forward to working with many of you in the future. Have a great night.